Hey and welcome back here for my Rebirth Far guide, and today we're gonna talk about gold. Yes, how to earn gold and so on. I see there is a lot of comments coming back to how to do gold and so on, and I can see some are frustrated as well on how to earn gold and so on and say it is impossible. But first of all, do not expect to manage to do it as fast as I have done, because it requires you to play 24/7. It requires you to find good servers where you can play with good players, and it requires you to follow the guide at every point. And that's some of the points I'm gonna go through here today and explain how to earn gold in the different phases. So just let me go up here and take the settings down here a little bit, like this, so we don't have all of this noise in the background. As you can see, the gold income is pretty good. And one of the first thing I would say, friend bonus. Well, you can see I only have one friend on this server here. That is always a big problem for me, so I haven't had friend bonus maximum or when I've been doing this guide here all the time. But I would recommend you to try to find servers with friends, because it's give 10 to 30% extra if you have friends on the same server. But it is not the most important for it. The most important for it for yourself is to actually, it depends a lot where in the phase of the guide you are, right? But anyhow, at all time, this is an AFK guide and it's a team play guide. It means if you're gonna do as even close to the efficiency in that guide, you have to play a lot of AFK. Of course, if you are not able to play AFK, it's going to take much longer time to do everything, okay? But what is absolutely required, you can't sit alone on a server, play alone, and expect to get something even close to what I have in my videos. It's gonna be 1,000 times worse. It's gonna take a year or 2 or 3 to do it then. So it's not possible. You have to play together with other players, and in the beginning it is kind of divided up to 3 phases. As you can see now, we have most of the pets in Grotto where I'm at now with this server here. So yeah, I'm on a server right now. I can show you with this one. It's not that many players here, but I have found at least 3 really good players that I'm with at the moment now. And then we are also helping boosting some other players on this server. This is not my server, so please don't send a message and ask you how to play on my servers and so on, because I don't have a server. I just join different servers and so on. So basically, it is different phases. The first is the phase before you do first rebirth. That's the first phase of how to earn gold. Then the second phase is from when you rebirth until you get 10k pet score. So because after 10k you can unlock some machines and you can stop rebirthing. So that will say rebirth 1 to 40. So it's actually about 40 rebirth it takes to get up to 10k pet score and so on. And there are some small phases before you get into Grotto and after you get into Grotto and so on. But basically in the beginning, the best place to have your pets in the beginning for like the first rebirth or before the first rebirth is in mountain. Yes. So, and also from rebirth 1 to 40, it is also best to be in mountain. So find public servers or find servers with friends where they have their pets in mountain. If you have our own other main that you're making a second account, then use your main to farm with you through the rebirth, but also let the main stand in mountain while you're doing, because mountain is gonna be your kind of huge gold income. And why is that? Why is that going to be your huge gold income? One is because there is many other players here with their pets and you will earn coins from them. The other one is going to do that tremendously. Exotic crystal score. You can see I have 360 million already on this one, which is quite good. And as you can see in here, you have prosperous ground that's going to help you tremendously for that. So okay, let's go back to the basic. I will come back to prosperous ground when that is good, and also come back to shiny pets and everything and so on. But let's go to the start and the basic of everything. Everything starts with damage. Yes, it starts with damage. And also, if you follow this today here, I'm gonna show the stats that I have right now after 6 weeks, as well as I guess some of you want to follow that. But the basic starts here. Damage chart. Yes, the damage, that is quite important for how much gold you're gonna have. So you have a chart here in the beginning that tells from 10 in damage here for common until titanium mythicals that do 2000 in damage. But the thing is that this 2000 in damage is kind of the strongest one, but I will explain later on. The prodigious one is going to be the strongest one you have, and that is basically because of another upgrade that we have been talking about in Rebirth cave that is inside with next to the metallic, makes so that shiny skins is making so that metallic pets do more damage. So shiny score is extremely important. But shiny score is also important for other stuff as well. But I come back to that later on, okay? So number one is the damage. So basically, to get more damage, you have an upgrade here, a wall upgrade that does more damage. So this is very important. So that, but in a way, isn't this the best wall upgrade of them all? Is this the only one that gives you more gold income? Well, I have sat down and done calculation, and basically all of the different wall upgrades will give you way more gold, and it's not that big difference. So I have a simple rule for wall upgrades, is to upgrade everyone to the same cost at any time. If you start upgrading just one really high and doesn't upgrade the other one, you're gonna lose out. You're gonna earn less coins, the gold, than if you upgrade all at the same level. So just believe me, this is true, and you can say, yeah, but that is important and so on, but it's much more thing. It's when you damage a crystal, right? It has a certain damage you can do to it, and then you bang, kill it, overkill it completely. But then it has to go here, it has to move over to another crystal, and the time the pet is moving, it does no damage at all. So also speed to the pet is important, and the balance between the crystals that you're working on and the damage of your pets. So, and also which drop you're gonna get is also important. So the drop that you get is a better drop when you do is important. And in the beginning, there's other things that is really important. In the first rebirth, speed of your avatar is extremely important because you have to be really active. So the game is so that in the first rebirth and until you get a good magnet, you have to play extremely active. And this is also where the use of these game 2 gold codes comes in. You can find them in my Rebirth Guide 4 as well. Use them only when you play active. Don't use them when you're AFK in the start, right? So it is important to do that. Or of course, when you have got good magnet, right? A certain goal, the max magnet that you can in the beginning, you can of course do AFK in the mountain with a lot of other players there, with your pets in the same area. So also do not do questing. Questing is only good until you get to the mountain. And when you are in the mountain, let your pet stay there in the mountain with all the other ones, and stop doing questing, because that is what's going to give you a lot of gold. Another thing that is very important in the beginning, as we was talking about here, is the magnet. So the magnet is tremendously important to have as well, and that together with that you can run fast around in the beginning, in the first rebirth and the first rebirth, until you get the magnet up to a decent amount, at least 300. You can start AFKing, and then so on. So see that also you follow this in Rebirth Guide, all of these numbers here, and which one to take in which order you can see in my Rebirth Guide. So I'm not going to go into those detail in this video, because then we're going to be here for like 10 hours, and we don't want to do that, right? So that is quite important. So these things here is extremely important. So basically for your first rebirth, you want to upgrade your wall upgrades at the same level. You can follow what I say in the wall upgrade, but the most important thing for you is to come to mountain as fast as possible. But also, what is really important for damage, you can see now I reveal the damage I have. I actually have a full titanium team now for prodigious one, and here you can see the damage of these here, why they are as their strongest one. It's because you see a 34,000 in damage, and you see the strongest ascender one has 26,000 of damage, and we can basically then go into number 2 here and look at shiny here, and you can see here the strongest one that we have here has 3,050 shiny skins, and then we had the other one that was the weakest one of here is the one that has 1929. So you see there is a big difference of how many shiny skins you get. This is because the best egg in the game at the moment is Prodigious. So we can really hope for that next update, because then I know it will come an ascended egg in the next area. At least that's what Tusu was talking about, and then we will probably get ascended as the strongest pets over time. And Mythical will hopefully then also becoming the second strongest one, and then suddenly Prodigious one is not the strongest one anymore. So that is very important in that case as well. So yeah, so in that sense as well, to have as many pets mounted as important. So every time you unlock a new area, like the second area, third area, fourth area, and so on, always buy this as fast as possible, even here in the jungle as well. When you have open jungle, do not move your pets. Keep your pet in mountain still, and then go over here and buy this one here and start doing this wall upgrade here as well, because this is giving better drop rate and so on. It's quite important for that. But keep your pets there until you have 10k pet score. When you have 10k pet score, Grotto in there is probably the best area. So then you try to find server with Grotto, and here is the prodigious metal that does the thing. You can see the metallic pets gets a damage multiplier based on your number of shiny skins for that pet type. So basically, in the beginning, on your first rebirth, wall upgrades and how many pets that you have mounted on is the main, and together having the pets as the same area as other people and also have friends on your server is the most important. And also use the 2x gold bonus there is very important. It's very important to use the 2x gold in the beginning. If you want to do the first rebirth in 3 to 4 hours, you have to be on a good server and so on. It doesn't need to be like a crazy server. You remember, I did it in 4 hours without a 2x gold. So the last tip here is that you can start your new account in a 2x gold event. And then if you have a 2x gold, you have the 2x bonus on, and you have 3 friends on it, and you have quite good friends here, and you have all them in mountain, and you have a main yourself going around. I believe you could do this down in 3 hours, even maybe less. I don't know. It would be incredibly interesting to see how it goes with all of you for this. But you have to be really dedicated, and you have to play actively all the time in the beginning. That is very important. So and so on. And if you can't play actively all the time in the beginning, then log off and log on again. Don't stay AFK and use those 2x gold in the beginning unless you have a lot of money and can just pay for it all the time. Then you can do it, but it's probably gonna take a longer time. But if you're gonna have the playtime as low as possible, then log off and log on again when you can play active, and stop your clock when you are logged off, of course. So but basically then also you can continue to do this until for the rebirth. So let me show you some more stats here. As you saw here, I have almost 1 million shiny score now. I have all shiny, and also as you see here, I'm getting close to 90 metallic score. I only miss 1 here, Lycamir, and Crimsac, I only missed 3 of that one. And then we have the maximum from that, and so on. So go through all of my score then. I'm closing out to 2.4 million now, and I have to get to 10 million to get the last one here. I'm gonna go for it. I don't even have it on my main, so I'm soon gonna pass my own main with this character here, because I'm gonna continue with these prodigious egg here. The gold income is really good as I keep on going on. Questing is still really low. At some point I'm gonna do like active rebirthing, and then I also gonna do a lot of questing so I can get this buff up here. But you see, it's only speed. It's only needed in the beginning, and it's not needed really later on. So it's not that important to do questing anymore. Drop collection, I'm gonna continue. That's gonna take time regardless how you play and so on. It's gonna be hard to get up. It's gonna take time. And same with Crystal Destroyed. It's easier, so but it's quite important that you get that extra magnet. And rebirthing here, you see I have 38. That was the score I needed to get 10k unlocked, but I also had to do one more rebirth. So after 37 I did unlock past 10k, but I also did one more rebirth to get enough stones there to stop doing rebirthing. So at 38 I could stop doing rebirthing, and haven't been rebirthing after that. But to get up this to 10k, I think I have to start doing a lot of rebirth. And also this one is extremely important, so you get better egg lock here, so it's quite important. Shiny score you get quite fast actually, up to maximum, and it's quite important because you get more shiny luck. And the same thing is with this shiny luck in grotto inside of here. That is one of the main clue that I have been doing. I actually very early on, after I AFK a night, I actually upgrade this 1 or 2 times just to get a little bit more shiny luck, and that helped me tremendously to get faster in here and faster getting better pets and so on, and getting more shiny pets early on. So getting shiny early on is quite important as well, but I didn't go for getting the low tier ones and so on. And also after that, it is quite important during the rebirthing that you do to at a certain point unlock the prosperous ground. You see this giving me, you know, almost 4.2 times more gold, and this is giving quite good gold early on if you are good at going on a server together with other people and try to find strong people and keep your pet in the same area as them. I can't say that enough time. Keep your pet at the same area as the other people on the server. That is what is gonna boost your gold income, and find server that has mountain until you are getting 10k pet score. So that is quite important there. So let's continue here. You can see my exotic score here is 320 million soon now, and that is tremendously. We just saw the number for that one. It's quite important. And metallic here, and also the more metallic you get, the more metallic luck you get. When it comes to getting metallics and so on, of course, if you really want to get good gold income, you go for prodigious egg. Both for the auto hatching and also for hatching. I just go for that all the time because that is gonna give them more. If you try to collect metallic and so on, you're gonna go down in income and so on, because you are not gonna get those prodigious let us just show you here. You are not gonna get like from these here. If you start using the other ones, your best pets is not gonna get any better, and you're not gonna increase the gold income that you have, right? Later on, by far, it's this one will also increase your gold income further, but that is late game. So that's why I have put it up to take it really late game for that. But what is really important before that is the shiny pets. I'm just gonna show you now why shiny is so tremendously important. Of course, we have been talking about the damage. They are extremely important for the damage. You just look at the damage here. It's like 350,000 more than we did without that, right? It's without the shiny, the metallic I mean. And then metallic is important, of course, but the metallic is not really good before you get a lot of shiny skins. But look at this auto here in here. Already now, after 6 weeks, look at the glittering gold that was really bad in the beginning. Look at this whopping number, right? This was not good in the beginning. Exotic score that you have glittering inside of there, it's actually better than glittering gold in the beginning. But then when you're starting to get a lot of these shiny skins, like as you can see here, I always have 1 million now. Look at how glittering gold is boosting your gold tremendously. It is extremely important for getting you more gold. Of course, you have all of the different gold upgrades that do gold, increase your gold income here, but all of that you have in my Rebirth guide, so follow that one and you will get the best out of the gold from there. But I'm trying to explain how gold is working in this video, and I really hope I managed to do it this time, because I think it is not that easy to understand. Another thing also that is extremely good in a late game is expert's luck. You see here, as you see, shiny luck here is increased 23.7% almost 24% better now because of my pet score. As you can see here, my pet score now is 2.37 million, and that helps tremendously there. So yeah, it absolutely helped for doing that. I've pressed a little bit wrong keyboards here. if you get into this that you can't do any here, press I or O on your keyboard if you're on a computer, then you can zoom in and out. So that's just how it is. So that is quite important as well for having for the gold in there. And also, yeah, basically this is how the goal is working. Of course, the goal upgrades in the Rebirth cave here is important, and just follow the Rebirth guide that I have for that is quite important. So remember, there's like 3 different phases when you are earning gold. Number 1 is before the first Rebirth, extremely important to get fast to mountain. Play on a server with a lot of other players, preferably good players. It could be public, it can be on other servers. There is a lot of in the Collect All Pets server, the Discord server, and my Discord server. You can find people boosting. Try to find these boosting events and so on. Try to find some every second week in this 2-time gold event. Try to find servers with your friends on. Try to find servers with pets in mountain, and keep your pets there, right? And then upgrade those, wall upgrade according to what I have and so on. When you get from Rebirth 1 to 40 to 10k, from first Rebirth to 10k pet score, keep doing these Rebirth and following the suggested upgrades that I have in the guide there. That's the kind of the most efficient I found. It's a balance between doing fast Rebirth but also saving a little bit of stones there. So, but again, get as fast to mountain, stay on server with people who are in mountain, try to find server with good players, try to find server with some friends there, and keep on playing in that. And when you have past 10k, you can move into server, you can keep on doing server with mountain. I did that for some time myself, but in going into grotto, trying to find good grotto servers, which probably is easier to find good players that is in grotto and so on. So it can be in some time it's actually better for you to keep in grotto and so on. So but it is allowed to ask people if they can help you in mountain, that when you're doing Rebirth, ask some friends or use your own main. If you have a main from before, use that main to boost the new character you have. It is tremendously good to do that. So basically, this is all of the tricks that I can give you for how to earn gold, and I hope this is helping a little bit additional according to the Rebirth guide I already have been giving out, and I hope this is giving you some motivation. Please do not feel really bad and so on if you don't get the same score that I have and so on. Well, everything else is on maximum. As you can see over here, I have 1.7 million extra stones now. I have a lot of gold, good in gold. I don't use 2-time gold boost anymore. I did that for a long time until I actually used all of the codes that I have, and then I also paid money to have 2-time gold until I get so much gold income that there was no point doing it anymore. So you will see that in my video when I don't have any 2-time gold here anymore. You can see when that point was and so on. So yeah, thank you. This was number 1 Game of That. I hope this video is gonna helping you. It was another little bit long one, but at least not 2-3 hours if we're gonna explain everything. But thank you. This was number 1 Game of That, Viper Toffee. Go look for that Rebirth guide, like and subscribe, and hope to see you back soon. Bye bye.